welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside a MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a good one in store. It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Neville Hewitt, the defender there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. Here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. And Gunnar Olszewski goes back deep to bring this one back.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Ward. Got him in, downfield, it's Iomanner. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Giants' 12-yard line.
2nd and a yard. They give to Pollard on the option. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will have a Titans first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
They'll run here. It's Pollard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Loss of 2.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. That is caught side of the end zone. Daniel Bellinger. Touchdown Titans. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Giants nothing. Joey Sly.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Austin now to return this. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Gain of 6.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Slayton is the man in motion. Right back to Scatterboot on first down. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
It is 3rd and long. operating from the gun. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The Giants sending out their punter. Back deep for Tennessee, Jim DK. That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Ward. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
The Titans sending out their punter as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Giants offense ready for their 2nd possession. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down.
And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Giants.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
There's no real fancy explanation here, Mike. I mean, he just flat out beats the guy in front of him, and I don't think they could have drawn up a better start here in the opening quarter.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Dart. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. On the give, Scattaboo. Not much there, maybe a yard.
The ball carrier brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Neighbors in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Dart. That one taken in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Giants will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. A shotgun snap for Wolf. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. 3rd down, they need 5 as we are ready to get back underway. Ward now on 3rd down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
1st and 10, and they give it to Power. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
At the 50-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The Giants offense and receiver Darius Slayton get to go to work again.
That's how it's done.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dart. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
In trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. DK to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Running here, it's Pollard. Whoa! A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Titans first down.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. He'll get about 2. Neville Hewitt, the defender there for the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Ward. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Olsen Adebo does good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve on.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Joey
Sly back out to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Dart. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, They're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
This one, returnable. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff to Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
3rd and 2. Ward. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
1st and 10.
The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he will have a Giants 1st down. And he gets more than he needs. 4 yards, the pickup on that 4th and 2.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Dart. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Austin brought in motion. Here's a handoff to Scatterbull. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. Off play action, it's Ward. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll try the left side with Pollard. A short gain up to the 20. Javon Holland up to make the tackle.
Javon Holland on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Throwing, Ward. This one down the field, but will wind up incomplete.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Scatterbull. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Once again, it's Scatterbull, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The tackle made.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterbull. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To number 44, Cam Scatterbull. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9. Out of shotgun. It's done. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Nearly a good one. It hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Titans offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. On first down, it's Ward. That's caught over the middle by Eilmanner. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
That's good.
That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 1st and 10, Ward. Open man is Robinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Now, first down throw for Ward. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. And he will go all the way. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Titans will get out in front 17-7.
Giants 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Tracy. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Throwing. Dart. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Giants are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Austin now to return this. Man. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Now Dart. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jeffrey Simmons in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Dart. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Dart. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time.
It's 3rd down. It's a passing down. You know they're going to bring pressure. We've seen it time and time again. But as we've seen, this offensive line, they just haven't been able to handle the different looks the defense has thrown at them, and the sacks keep piling up.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Ward taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Ward. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
That's another.
It's a big one for Tennessee. 33 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. This is about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will extend their lead. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a 1st down. Pollard. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, they try Pollard. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
Now Ward on 3rd and goal. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Titans. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans move out to a 24-10 lead. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Joey Sly to
Following
kick
the
off for
touchdown,
Tennessee.
here's Sly to kick it away. Olszewski now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Return.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the give, it's Scatterboot. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
First down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half.
41-yard line.
The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Not much happening there. Just a short game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll go again with Scatterboot. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and 10. Here's Dart. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
That's good.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Ugly. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a Titan first down.
18 on the play.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
3rd down and 3. Out of the gun, Ward. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
6-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Joey
Slye back out to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Dart. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
On 2nd down, Dart. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Neighbors in motion. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll get that out to Scalaboo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. He's going to be taken down at about the 30s. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jeffrey Simmons. He gets gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart, he'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
And this has really been the story of the entire game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it's been poor play calls, poor execution. I mean, really just an overall poor offensive performance across the board.
And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Giants are back within 2 scores. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 4th quarter, and it's a run by Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Tight end on the move left. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready to take over once more. give. Scatterboo. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
Dart going to throw here on second down. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. He'll let one go down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Ward. To the left side, caught by Ridley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. Play fake, now Ward to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. Open man is Robinson. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
On the return, Olszewski. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
3rd and 2, and it's Dart. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
First down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Opening carry of the game for Tajay Spears. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Ward. Throw, left side, taken in by Iomanner. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
And the Titans' 1st down.
Here's Spears. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Newman on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Spears. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ward now on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Handoff left. Here comes Scatterbury. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2. And it's third down.
Simmons on the stop. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now the shotgun. It's Dart. Open right side is Likely. Trying to get away, but he will not. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football, everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
A run up the middle, Spears. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Neville Hewitt. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Play action. Ward. Got his man at the 6. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Taken down right at
And the
line
Giants
of
here will use the
scrimmage.
first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Mullings will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Olszewski now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Dart. He finds Austin with the grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Throwing. Dart. Flushed to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
25 yards on the play.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
First down.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On first down, Dart. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. They're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Titans offense ready for this next possession. And a few kneel downs should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left, but it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Spears. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.